Hey, it's Lauren here. Today I'd like to talk to you about 3 of the most common knots that I use while fishing. These knots are the polymer knot, the uni knot, and the clinch knot. Let me know if you guys commonly use any of these knots and what you think of them, or if you have others that you commonly use, I'd like to hear about that too. The polymer knot is one of the most versatile knots out there and commonly used by a lot of fishermen. So that knot is very easy to tie and it's very quick, which is why it's often a go-to knot. You can use this knot with monofilament, fluorocarbon, or even braided line. All that you have to do is double up on your line, place it through your hook or lure, tie an overhand knot, pass that loop opening through your lure or hook, and then simply pull the line and tighten it down, and then cut off the tag line. This knot works great for jigs, frogs, crankbaits, using a Texas rig setup, pretty much anything out there. So this is my number 1 go-to knot that I tie all the time. 2 other common knots are the uni knot and the clinch knot. The uni knot is another really common knot because it's really versatile and honestly pretty easy to tie once you get the hang of it. This knot works great because you can use it no matter what type of line you have on your rod. It works with monofilament, fluorocarbon, and even braided lines. It does a great job holding its strength so you don't have to be worried about this knot slipping on you, so this is going to ensure that when your fish bites down, it's not going to lose that hook set. This knot can be great because you can use this to tie different lures, different hooks to the line, and you can even use this knot to tie a line to a line. In terms of tying this knot, what you first have to do is you have to pass the line through whatever swivel or different hook you're using. You want to bring the tag end back along the main line so it's parallel to it. Then you want to create a loop. And once you create that loop, you want to then pass the line around that loop 5 to 7 times, depending on the thickness of the line you're using. So then once you have that wrapped around, you want to ensure that the line is moist, as you do not want a dry line because this will add a lot of friction to the line when you go to pull this down. You want to then hold the standing line and the tag line and slide the knot all the way down to the end of your lure or swivel. You're able to then trim the excess tag line and give it a good little yank to ensure that there is no slippage. What I've generally found is if you have a thinner line, you don't have to pass it quite as much, but I will say I normally always use at least 4 to 5 times even on my thinner lines. If I have something on there that's a little heavier, I go more 5 to 7 times. The other knot that I use is the clinch knot. This knot I use if I have monofilament or fluorocarbon line on my rod. I don't tend to use this one if I have braided line. It's another simple and quick knot to tie, so it's great when I'm on the water. The clinch knot works great for securing different hooks or different lures to your line. This one's very quick and easy to tie. All you need to do is pass your line through the eye of the hook or your lure. Then you want to wrap the tag end around the original line 5 to 7 times. You then want to take your tag end and pass it through the loop that's near the eye of the hook right before the first loop that you made. Bring it straight back so that it is parallel to your initial line, and then you want to gently and slowly pull this knot to cinch it down. Once again, ensure that your line is wet so you do not have a dry line to add more friction to the line. Cut off the excess tag line and you're good to go. This knot works great for those that are just learning different knots, if you have lighter line, and if you just want to tie something very quickly. If I have heavier line on my rod, anything pretty much over 30 pounds, I will normally defer to the polymer or the uni knot. The nice thing about all 3 of these different knots is that they work great for all types of fishing. I do a lot of bass fishing, so these are definitely my go-to fishing knots for bass fishing, but they can be used while you're catching a lot of other species. Most of these knots are relatively small, so they make it great in terms of not adding too much bulk to your line or distracting the fish. You can tie these in seconds, making it really easy to tie these and have a lot of muscle memory developed no matter what the conditions are on the water, whether it's choppy out or even if visibility isn't the best. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see other fishing and outdoor content, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.